Engaging systems. Crowbot powering up. Crowbot engaged.
What is up, everybody? Crowbot here, and I am back with another episode of Thursday Tea Time. Big thank you to everybody who tuned in and watched the new and improved Thursday Tea Time last week. It was really cool to kind of do something different rather than the just traditional me blathering on live. I'm still blathering, but this time I get to edit it and make it sound like I know what I'm talking about. What do we talk about today? Fuck, I gotta cut my hair. Well, let's talk about something that was said to me at work this week. I work in the service industry. I am a server, so that means I bring you your food when you ask me to. And as a server, you have to kind of have thick skin. You have to really be able to take a lot of abuse. I'm pretty good at my job. I've been insulted a few good times, and while it doesn't necessarily get under my skin, it still leaves, shall we say, some bruising. But this week, I got something said to me that struck me a little off guard. I was taking food to a table. One of the people at the table asked me for something. And I was like, oh yeah, sure, I'll go get that. And before I could even finish really saying, yeah, I'm going to go get that for you, they responded with, like you have a choice. Really? You're going to say that to me as I'm bringing you your food? I kind of laughed it off like, I normally do a lot of things. But for some odd reason, that one struck me. Everything else about this interaction with this table was perfectly fine. They were really, really nice, maintained conversation with me, but this one moment, they just made me feel so less than a human being. Hell, I wasn't even an NPC at that point. I was just a vending machine to them at that point. And it really struck me. I had when I came home that day, I was just like, wow, that happened. I mean, I've gotten snapped at and called boy before. I've had dipshits grab my arm and force me down to the table to oh, you need to learn how to do your job and blah 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 blah. Cletus, just here's your tater tots, here's your ranch dressing, shut your mouth, eat your food, pay your tab, and get out. Another one. This happened years ago. Must have been my second year. And can we just get to this point? This is a public service announcement for a lot of people. It is never, in the history of ever, okay to answer the following question. Are you okay with, are you sure you look tired? I know that I look like William H. Macy post-cocaine binge, all right? I have a little bit of a Skeletor face going on. Here's a fun factoid. That's just the way my face looks. Not much I could do with that aside from massive plastic surgery. Also, another pro tip. I am tired. I'm always tired. You don't have to point this out to me. I already know. Why? Why do people say this? Why? Are you okay? Yeah, you look tired. Thanks, I didn't know that. Anyway, going to what this ties into what the woman was saying. It was a little elderly couple, and they were super sweet. And I've not seen them again, and this incident is probably why. But I set the stuff down. Is there anything that I can get you? No, but I just think you're so brave. Why is that? Well, just working through the treatments. What treatments? Well, the chemo. The what? The chemo for the cancer. I don't have cancer. Well, then why do you look like that? I was so flabbergasted. Number one, because she called it the cancer. I didn't have cancer. I didn't have any other form. I had the singular cancer. But just to assume somebody was going through treatment and to be like, oh yeah, you're just so brave. No. You never say something like that. And I know in her wee little heart, she thought that was her expressing her interest and concern in my life. And bless her for it. Bless her heart for it. But you don't express it like that. Here's how an interaction goes. If you ask somebody, how are you doing? And they respond with, fine. Leave it at that. I don't care if half their head is on fire. If they say they are fine, they're fine. Now, there are caveats to this. If you're friends, you could push it a little bit harder because they know you. But if you're dealing with a stranger, if you're dealing with a server, a bartender, a bus driver, an Uber driver, I don't care what, and you're saying, how's it going? And they say fine, guess what? They're fine. It's funny enough, since I've shaved my head, because I used to have longer hair, not like, Cher glorious long, but I had, reasonably long hair. Since I've gotten rid of it and shaved myself bald because it was going all thin on me, the number of times I've had people accuse me of either being sick, tired, having the cancer, or whatever has dropped drastically. So I guess that worked out well. Just be nice to people. Shit, it's been a week at work. I don't know what is going on in the air. Just be nice to people. Just be nice to people in the service industry. Just be nice to each other, please. Please? Fuck. Questions. We have got questions from people. Looking for questions, waiting for my internet to load my page. Hey, So we've got 2 questions going on around this time. So the first question is from Anna M. And Anna asks, any new games coming out that you're hyped for? Recommendations. Like everybody on the face of the planet, I am incredibly hyped for Cyberpunk 2077. Outer Wilds, I think. It's the new one from Black Isle or Obsidian. The creators of the original Fallout series is doing kind of this spacey version of it, which I am super okay with. Borderlands 3, I love that franchise, so I'm excited to see what they're going to do with it. Yeah, those are probably the 3 that I'm most excited for. Those would be my 3 that I'm most hyped for. We have our second question from Miffed Muffin, if that is your real name. Miffed Muffin asks, what is a project you would love to do most on this channel? The one I'm really, really excited to do is, right now, out of all the projects that I foresee in the future, is produce my first short horror film. I'm in contact with a lot of makeup artists and directors and writers and composers and things, and I want to try to utilize as much local talent as I can, and I've got quite an established connection. But the one that I'm really excited about is probably the Killing Joke thing that I've got coming up. Joker has always been a character near and dear to my heart. I'm excited to give my own little take on that monologue, that voice that's so iconic and so meaningful to so many people. So to put my own little spin on it, especially with the makeup, capture the shots and edit it all together and see a project that I created. That's probably the one I'm the most hyped for to see on the channel. Well, that is it for this week's episode of Thursday Tea Time. Do not forget to like, comment, and share the video. Write down your questions below and they will be answered on the next week's episode of Thursday Tea Time, which is going to be my birthday. Yes, next week is my birthday. It is 7 days until my birthday as of this episode. So it's going to be fun to kind of film something and talk about, me in my last 35 years. Head over to my Patreon. I will put a link in the comment section or in the description of the video as well to find out how you can become an official botling and help me do this full time, because that would be awesome and I could produce much more cool content. But until next time, my darling botlings, this is Crowbot powering down.